Really wet hair, my hair is really wet, and I'm using the XHC banana conditioner as a leave-in. I have used this conditioner to wash my hair and I've fully rinsed it out. My hair is so fine, it really is super fine, that I do need to rinse the conditioner fully out, otherwise it will weigh my hair down. However, I will then apply just a little bit of this conditioner as a leave-in. More than anything, this gives me a bit of a protein boost, as this conditioner does contain protein and my other stylers don't. With my fine hair, I find it does like a bit of protein. It does help to hold the curls and the waves. So I'm just applying that in to soak in wet hair, mainly applying it into the lengths of the hair and then just scrunching it in. So there's not really much product going into the roots of my hair at all. I'll then use a cotton t-shirt just to gently scrunch out the bulk of the water. So we're going to be left with, I'd say, wet hair rather than soaking wet hair to apply the other stylers. So just really gently, just literally scrunch up a couple of times and take out that extra moisture. We're going to go in with the Superdrug Extra Firm Hold Mousse. I love this mousse. I find it really helps to give me root volume, and as you can see, I'm going to mostly apply this into my roots. It's a really light mousse. It's not heavy at all. It's very highly water-based. Water is the biggest ingredient in this mousse, and it won't weigh my hair down. It will actually just really help with root volume. So don't be too alarmed at the amount that I'm applying in, and I'm mostly applying it into my roots, and I'm making sure a good amount is going into the crown area of my hair, as this is the bit of hair that I find does need the most product to get the most hold, otherwise it can go very fluffy. So just scrunch that in and pulse that in, so you're really working it into the root area and really working it into your hair. Today I'm actually going to use the Umberto Gianni scrunch jelly as a gel. I do love this. I find it's not too much of a firm hold. It won't weigh my curls down, but if I am looking for a bit more definition, this is a really good gel to use, and it is affordable. It's a more expensive styler that I've got, but it's affordable. It's on the high street. You can get it from Boots. I think it's about £7 a bottle, but that will also last. It lasts me months. It will probably last me about 8 to 9 months, actually, that bottle, with the amount that I use, so it's not actually too bad. And I'm just roping that gel into my hair, mostly into the lengths of my hair. I don't really want to put it into the roots too much. So just rope it into the lengths and then just scrunch the rest into your hair so it's evenly distributed. And remember to keep moving your hair around and your head around to keep the hair falling loosely off your head, so you don't get stuck curls to the back of your head, which I think a lot of people do suffer from. So just keep moving the hair and moving your head so it's constantly moving, so it won't get stuck in one place. So I'm using like a scrunch pulse action as well, just to really work the product into the roots of my hair, and also to try and get that volume that I'm looking for from the roots of my hair as well. So once everything's scrunched in, I'll flip my hair back over and actually just arrange where I want my parting to be. I'll keep the bulk of my hair flipped back towards the back of my head while I'm drying it, but I do find I need to put that parting in, otherwise my hair does get a little bit confused about what it's wanting me to do. So I find if I just put that parting in, it will fall quite nicely once it's dry, otherwise it will become really wonky. So then just take out extra moisture and any extra product with the cotton t-shirt again. I don't use a towel on my hair anymore. Since I started the curly girl journey, I haven't used the towel. I've just been using this cotton t-shirt, which has cost me nothing. You can get specific microfiber towels for your hair, which is absolutely fine. If you want to treat yourself to one of them, that's cool. But a cotton t-shirt does the job just as well. So give that a good scrunch. I'm not being firm, but I am doing it quite a lot to make sure I am getting rid of any excess water. So just scrunch and pulse right up to the root of your hair and then go off and diffuse. So diffuse your hair until it's about 60% dry, and then I'm going to go in with the last styler, the Pantene Curls Mousse. I find applying the styler at this stage, like a Smarster's technique, really helps to pull my fine hair back together. It can fluff out during the drying process, so I find doing a Smarster's technique will actually really help to pull the curls and the waves back together, and get that definition back again. But using a mousse, you are still adding to the volume as well. So I find for me it works quite well. So you don't want to mess around with your hair too much other than just literally gently scrunching that product in, and then go off and fully dry your hair with the diffuser. Once your hair is literally 150% dry, you can scrunch out any cast that's formed. I've got a bit more of a cast than I do when I just use mousse, because I've added the gel into this routine. So it's going to require a good old scrunch for me to get all that cast out. But that's fine. Just keep scrunching until you're happy that your hair is loose and the cast is out. Some people clap the scrunch out. Some people will actually just pull down over their hair to get that out. I'll do that in some of the front sections of my hair where I find the crunch can be a bit more stubborn. I'll just pull over the curls with my fingers, and that will get rid of the stubborn crunch that might have formed in the shorter areas of your hair. But I'm not using an oil either. I did use an oil, and I do sometimes. If you're a bit fussed about frizz, I would say use an oil, and that can really help to reduce the frizz at this stage. But I find a bit of frizz helps to add to the volume, and us curlies, we're always going to have it. So learn to embrace it a little bit. But just make sure your hands are completely clean and completely dry when you're doing this. So just flip your hair around, keep scrunching, pulling over the hair until you're happy that all the crunch is out. I'm then going to go in with the pick just to loosen up the roots of my hair. I do find this helps with volume as well. So again, if you're after a more defined look, then you might want to skip this stage and just perhaps do a finger fluff, which I'm going to do in a second. But just pop that pick in and loosen up the waves over the whole of your head. And then finally, I will just do a finger fluff. So just pop your fingers into the roots, give your hair a good old shake, all directions, and that will really help just to loosen things off and add to the volume. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment if you've got any comments or any questions, or if you want to see anything else. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe.